Hello and welcome to English for You. I'm Seb.
I'm Tiffany.
And today we're talking about something not so fun.
Yes,
Yeah.
Definitely not really fun.
Yeah, we can't always talk about fun things at English for You. Today we're talking about traffic jams. Okay, so traffic jams are something we all run into occasionally.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's kind of stressful, especially if you are, you're running late and you are really, really pressed for time.
Right.
It's a really stressful situation for me.
It's so stressful, especially if you're commuting to work.
Exactly.
Yeah. So do you commute to work, Tiffany? Do you travel to work?
I do. But usually I take the bus to work because it's more convenient for me that way. And sometimes I take the MRT. And taking the MRT is quite nice because you kind of avoid all the traffic jams.
Yes, you can't get traffic jams on an MRT.
But it can get kind of crowded sometimes, especially, during rush hours. So that's something that I don't really enjoy, but you just gotta go.
You just gotta go.
Just gotta go.
At least with the MRT, it keeps moving. By the way, that word commute we use there is to travel to and from work. It's a special travel word we use when we're going to and from work. Anyway, what are traffic jams? Why are they terrible? We're going to be answering these questions in a minute. Let's begin with the first line of our article.
Reading.
Traffic jams, a sticky situation. Miranda and Steve are going on a road trip.
I can't wait to go on this trip. Thank you for driving, Steve.
No problem. We should make it to Elan by 5 p.m. Huh? What's this?
Oh no, we're stuck in a traffic jam.
I hope this doesn't last too long. I wonder what could be causing it.
Steve turns on the radio.
You're listening to the Time Saver Traffic Watch. Central Taipei neighborhoods are experiencing very heavy traffic today. That's because a section of Zhongxiao East Road was sealed off for maintenance.
Oh, right. There was an announcement about that on the city government's website. It tipped everyone off about this a couple of weeks ago. I should have remembered.
Maybe we can take Xinyi Road?
Additionally, 2 lanes of Xinyi Road are closed because of a crash this morning. Expect traffic jams there for the next couple of hours.
It sounds like that'll be just as bad.
We might be stuck here for a while then.
They continue talking.
Okay, so actually before we begin with the first line of our article, we need to talk a little bit more about the title of our article. So our article today is called Traffic Jams, a Sticky Situation. And what we have here is actually an idiom, a sticky situation, is a situation which is a little bit difficult, perhaps difficult to solve, or that makes you uncomfortable. So when my 2 best friends asked me which one of them I liked more, I found myself in a sticky situation.
I like you both.
Yeah, I like you both. You're making me feel so pressured. Why is it a sticky situation? Well, because whoever you say, the other person will be sad. So it's a difficult situation.
All
Okay.
right. Now we can look at their first
Now we can look at the article.
All right. So here we see Miranda and Steve are going on a road trip. Okay. A road trip is just basically you're going away to somewhere, like maybe you're traveling from Taipei to Taichung or Kaohsiung, and you're just driving to your destination. And Miranda says, I can't wait to go on this trip. Thank you for driving, Steve. I wonder where they're going.
I don't know where they're going yet, but Steve is happy to be driving Miranda there. He says, no problem. We should make it to Elan by 5 p.m. Huh? What's this? Okay, so I guess they're going to Elan, but it seems they've run into some trouble. What trouble have they run into?
All right, well, let's see. Miranda says, oh, no, we're stuck in a traffic jam. Okay, no wonder. And that really sucks. Okay, especially if like you're traveling from Taipei to Yilan, it's actually quite close. But when you're stuck in a traffic jam, it can take even longer to get there. But we can learn about the word traffic jam. Now, this is when there are a lot of cars and they're stopped or stuck on a road. Now, traffic jams can happen when it's rush hour. That means that people are busy going to and from work or to and from school. Or when there are too many cars that they kind of jam up that, it's so hard for people to drive. Now, traffic jams can also happen if there is an accident on the road and maybe people are just waiting for the police to clear it up or for the police to kind of clear the road so people can start driving and moving again. So this is what a traffic jam is. Now, for example, we can say, Lucy was stuck in a traffic jam and it caused her to be late for work. Right. So, man, what do you usually do if you're stuck in a traffic jam?
Well, if I've got my Nintendo Switch with me, I'm definitely going to be playing on my Switch.
Okay.
But I think the biggest challenge for me in a traffic jam is staying calm. Because
That's true.
if I feel like I need to be somewhere, there's nothing more frustrating than sitting somewhere and just watching the clock
Just
tick by and the time moves forward and you're getting later and later. So I just try and stay calm. I think.
It's a very stressful situation. I think if I were driving or with someone, that was driving, I think we usually just try to, listen to music and sing songs to kind of pass the time. And, and it helps kind of, make the time go by faster. But again, if I'm commuting alone, I'm also like really stressed about I need to get somewhere right now. So I also try to, maybe remain calm or think about another solution. Maybe I can get off the bus or maybe I can, switch to the MRT or something. So I'm trying to think about other solutions if I really need to be somewhere at a certain time.
You keep a level head.
Yes.
You keep a level head. That means to just remain calm and think of a solution and not get too worried about something. Anyway, Steve goes on talking. He says, I hope this doesn't last too long. I wonder what could be causing it. Okay, so remember, wonder there means think or I'm thinking about. So I wonder what is saying, I don't know what could be the reason for this happening. Anyway, so Steve turns on the radio.
All right. And if you're driving and you're stuck somewhere, it's always good to listen to the radio because they can give you updates. Now, here the radio says, you're listening to the Time Saver Traffic Watch. Central Taipei neighborhoods are experiencing very heavy traffic today.
I see.
No wonder. Okay, so that's what's happening. Here we see the word neighborhoods, and this word just means a section of a town or a city. So, for example, Nehu or Shiling or Xingyi, these are all neighborhoods in Taipei. These are all areas of Taipei. We can also say Lisa and her family enjoy living in this neighborhood because it's nice and quiet.
Right. Some neighborhoods can be residential neighborhoods. Those are residential neighborhoods. Take that word from residence, which is a place where someone lives. So a residential neighborhood is somewhere that just has lots of houses, maybe parks. It's a place for families. So that's probably where Lisa is living right now. She's living in a residential neighborhood. Anyway, the radio carries on with its report and it says that's because a section of Zhongshao East Road was sealed off for maintenance. Right, so we have another handy phrase here, was sealed off, or to be sealed off, or to seal something off from something. Now, when we seal off an entrance, a road, or a building, we block it so that people cannot go into it or use it. So in the article, Zhongshao East Road has been sealed off. That means that people can't use it, and probably there might be some tape or a barrier at the entrance which stops people from going in. An easy way of remembering how we use this phrase is by remembering that it uses the verb seal, which is fengzhu in Chinese. Now, when something is sealed, it is closed tightly. So you might seal a bottle with a bottle cap, for example. So a door or a road that is sealed is closed tightly, or no one can get in. Now, there are some related words we can use with seal. One, for example, is break a seal. So you might also, if you're opening a letter, for example, it will be sealed maybe with a stamp or with some sticky stuff in between the folds of the paper. And you break that to open it. You break the seal. You could also say, my lips are sealed too. And in this case, we're saying that my lips are very tightly shut. And that means that you've just told me a secret, or I found out some secret information of yours, and I'm promising I won't tell anyone. So don't worry, I won't tell your secret. My lips are sealed. Now, one more sentence before we finish off with this phrase. An example sentence, and it's this. Police sealed off the building after someone was murdered there. Of course, because they would have to do an investigation, wouldn't they?
Yes, and they don't want people going into the buildings
wandering
and messing
around.
things up.
Yeah.
Scary. All right, so we see that the Zhongxiao East Road, this road was sealed off. And why was it sealed off? Well, it's because it's undergoing maintenance. Now, when something is going under maintenance, it means that it's being maintained, or they're trying to keep it in a good shape. So a lot of machines and even buildings need maintenance. For example, for buildings, it means that if a building needs maintenance, it means that it needs cleaning, or it needs like a new coat of paint, etc. So for example, when you go to like a place like Japan, you know how like the buildings and temples, they've been around for hundreds and hundreds of years. Why does it still look as good as it did, you know, a few hundred years ago? It's because they go through a lot of maintenance, and people make sure that they still look as good as they did in the past. So maybe they put on a new coat of paint. Maybe they replace a few things.
Find some broken beams.
Exactly.
Right. But we could also say, I guess we could say refurbishment as well. If we're talking about maintenance of a building specifically, we could say that we refurbish that building, or we use refurbishment to make it new again. Anyway, Steve is reacting to the radio and he says, oh, right, there was an announcement about that, that being the road closure, on the city government's website. Now we see the word announcement here, and announcement is a noun, and an announcement is a big official notice that the police, the government, companies, or important people make. So I could say that this morning my boss made a big announcement that he was going to retire. He officially told everyone in the company that he was going to quit his job. Now, announcement comes from the verb announce, to announce, which basically means to let people know something. Normally let everyone know some big news. So, for example, the government announced a ban on electronic cigarettes. It let everyone know that they couldn't smoke electronic cigarettes anymore. And a similar sounding word with a very different meaning is denounce. That's D-E-N-O-U-N-C-E, denounce. And when you denounce someone, not something, you denounce someone, you let everyone know that that person is bad. So, for example, the singer publicly denounced her manager, saying that he had abused many people that worked for him. Oh dear. Yeah. So we have an example sentence now for announcement. Before we move on, after the announcement of the new iPhone, thousands of people hurried to Apple stores to buy it.
Okay, so actually this closure was planned beforehand. There was an announcement. Maybe they just didn't remember it, or they didn't keep that in mind when they were traveling.
Right.
But next in the article, it says that it tipped everyone off about this a couple of weeks ago. So it is the government, or the website, the government said, it tipped everyone off about this a couple of weeks ago. I should have remembered. That's right. So if you're going somewhere, if you're going on a road trip, it's good to kind of, make sure that the route that you're going through doesn't have any problems, so you don't get stuck in a traffic jam. But here we see the phrase to tip somebody off. Okay, when you tip someone off, it means you give someone a clue or a hint about something. And this is just to warn someone secretly that maybe something will happen and that you can do something in order to prevent it. Now, tipping someone off is different than snitching or tattletaling. I'm pretty sure you've heard of the word tattletaling. Children like to tattletale on each other all the time. Tipping someone off in tattletaling is different. When you tattletale or snitch, it means you go with the intention of trying to get the other person in trouble. So think about how, children are. If they are, angry with each other or if they're jealous of each other, they might go and tell like the teacher or the mom you know, this person hit me, and you want that person to get into trouble.
Right. In the UK, we actually say to tell on someone instead of tattletale. So if
Tell someone off, is it? No.
I'm going to tell. So, for example, if we were 6 years old and you hit me, I could say, I'm going to tell on you. I'm going to tell mom on you. So by putting on the end, we mean I'm going to tell her something bad about you so you get in trouble. Basically, yeah.
All right. So, yeah, we can use both phrases as well. Let's take a look at our sentence for tip off. We can say, a woman tipped the police off about the killings happening in their area. Ooh, maybe she saw something that could be helpful as well.
Yes, she could have. And we could also probably call that woman a whistleblower. So a whistle, if you know, whistleblower is, how do we say whistle in Chinese? It's
哨子,口哨, 哨子,
yeah, the thing that, you know, the police might blow or your gym teacher might blow when they want you to stop and listen to them. That little thing they put in their mouth. A whistleblower is normally a person who lets the public know about a big secret or something really, really bad that was kept hidden. So, for example, if anybody watches the news with what's happening with Donald Trump at the moment and his court hearings, that all began when a whistleblower told everybody that he had done something illegal. The same thing with the Me Too movement. That began when a whistleblower told everybody that some directors were abusing people. So,
drama!
Yeah, drama! There's always a whistleblower where there's drama.
I love that.
Okay, so we've learned a lot about tipping off, but we need to move on with our article. Miranda has a suggestion. She says, maybe we can take Xinyi Road. Okay, so take here, by the way, it means to travel on. So we're not saying take something, take an object. We're saying travel on Xinyi Road. So, for example, take Highway 1 until you reach Boston and then change onto the expressway.
All right, next, they're still listening to the radio, and the radio says, additionally, 2 lanes of Xinyi Road are closed because of a crash this morning. Expect traffic jams there for the next couple of hours. So, bad news for them.
Yes.
I don't think they can take Xinyi Road anymore because there was an accident this morning, and so they're unable to drive there. And they said that we're going to expect traffic jams for the next couple of hours.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, let's take a look at the word additionally first. Additionally just means also or in addition to. And we say this to add more information onto something. So, for example, I can say this company offers real cheap internet plans and additionally gives you an extra 4 gigabytes when you introduce a friend.
Okay, so yes, share that
deal.
news with a friend. Good deals. Okay, we also saw the word expect as well. Now, when we expect something, that's a verb, by the way, we think that it is going to happen before it happens, or we think that it will happen a certain way. So the article is saying that travelers should know that there will be lots of traffic jams on Xinyi Road. Here's another example. Expect mom to be angry if you come back later than 10 p.m. She asked you not to. So if you don't come back by this time, you should know that mom will be angry because she said come back earlier. Now, there are some similar words we can use. We could talk about anticipating something, to anticipate, and we'll see this in day 2. Or we could also talk about meeting someone's expectations. Now, expectations is the noun form of expect, and to meet someone's expectations is to be as good as someone thought you would be or you should be. So Johnny has always struggled to meet his parents' expectations.
Aww.
It's always a bit hard trying to meet our parents' expectations, isn't it?
It is. They're never happy with what we do. All right, next Steve says, it sounds like that'll be just as bad.
So yes, and Miranda says, we might be stuck here for a while then. And then they continue talking.
They should have taken the train.
They should have taken the train. You can take the train to Elan.
Exactly.
You don't have to drive.
And then you won't be stuck in a traffic jam.
Exactly. You can get there quicker.
All right.
All right. We're going to be leaving the conversation there, unfortunately. But we will be coming back again tomorrow to talk more about traffic and traffic announcements. So fun news there.
Yes.
But first, we've got a For You chat question. So let's check that out now.
For You chat.
All right, so our For You chat question for today is, what was the worst traffic jam you've ever been stuck in? What caused it? How long were you there for? I got a good one.
You have?
You know how LA is known for its traffic?
Yes,
so,
very bad traffic in LA.
Yes, I was stuck in LA traffic for, I think, about 2 hours when we could have gotten to the place in like 30 minutes. So,
Wow.
yeah, LA traffic is really, 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 really bad. And
Yes.
I don't know what causes it. LA, you just got to figure it out.
Yeah, I think everybody just goes by
out.
car, don't they?
Exactly.
I've heard that when you travel to LA, you need to pick a hotel which is close to the things you want to do.
Yeah.
It's not like other cities where you can stay anywhere in the center.
No.
If you're in LA, you need to think, what do I want to do? And what is close to that? Where is close to that I can stay? Otherwise, you're going to be spending a lot of time in traffic.
That's right.
Yes. I actually once spent 3 hours coming back from Jiufen.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So I went at a really bad time. I think it was near Chinese New Year.
Oh, okay.
And I forgot about the traffic. So I thought, I'm going to go hiking near Jiufen. And I spent longer coming back than I did going there and doing the hike. So
Wow, what a journey.
yeah, I watched about 3 episodes of Luke Cage on Netflix and the bus didn't move. So
Oh my gosh.
it was a wasted weekend. But
But you still had fun, on the hike and stuff.
oh, I
Did
didn't.
you?
The
Oh, you
weather was really bad. The weather was really
Okay.
bad. It was a bad day.
It was just a terrible day.
Yeah, it was just a terrible day.
Well, next time,
Okay.
don't go anywhere during Chinese New Year.
Don't go to Jiufen during Chinese New Year specifically. Okay, well, that's all the time we've got for today, but we'll be joining you again tomorrow. So join us then. For English for You, I'm Seb.
I'm Tiffany.
And we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Traffic jams. A sticky situation. Miranda and Steve are going on a road trip.
I can't wait to go on this trip. Thank you for driving, Steve.
No problem. We should make it to Elan by 5 p.m. Huh? What's this?
Oh no! We're stuck in a traffic jam.
I hope this doesn't last too long. I wonder what could be causing it.
Steve turns on the radio.
You're listening to the Time Saver Traffic Watch. Central Taipei neighborhoods are experiencing very heavy traffic today. That's because a section of Zhongxiao East Road was sealed off for maintenance.
Oh, right. There was an announcement about that on the city government's website. It tipped everyone off about this a couple of weeks ago. I should have remembered.
Maybe we can take Xinyi Road?
Additionally, 2 lanes of Xinyi Road are closed because of a crash this morning. Expect traffic jams there for the next couple of hours.
It sounds like that'll be just as bad.
We might be stuck here for a while then.
They continue talking.
Vocabulary Review.
Traffic jam. It took Brian over an hour to drive to work because he got caught in a traffic jam. Neighborhood. Tianmu is one of the most expensive neighborhoods in Taipei. Many wealthy families live there. Seal something off. The apartment building was sealed off after a fire made it unsafe to live in. Announcement. The singer made an announcement about her latest single on her official website. Tip-off. Police arrested a young man after they were tipped off that he was planning to rob a bank. Additionally, with this phone contract, you get unlimited internet. Additionally, all phone calls within Taiwan are free. Expect. Harry expected his mom to like the birthday present he bought her, but she didn't.
智慧小补帖
Maintenance.
以上节目是由活用空中美语制作，活用空中美语杂志，请洽询全国各大书店。如欲索取试听教材，请来电02-2364-4000 02-2364-4000，或上网查询，网址是 www.english4u.net www.english4u.net